Hi, I'm Mark Steelman, and this is my AI Expert in Residence project. I'm just going to give a quick report on it. This is, I was supposed to make a agent kind of thing in an AI that would be useful to a teacher. And I am working on my prepping for the National Board's Component 1 test. And so I made an agent to kind of coach me on it. Okay. And so what it does is it asks that the National Board's website has some PDFs, if I can get this thing to work, that will give you some questions and give you the rubric on how it's scored. And I put all that into the AI, and then and this is one of the sample questions. It says, let me see if I can read this. Mathematics teacher from a neighboring middle school has invited you to present a lesson on practical applications of fractions in your career and technical area. And then it goes on from there. All right, so it's like a scenario kind of thing. So I did it in both ChatGPT and in Claude so that I could compare them. This is the ChatGPT one. Okay, this is my GPT that I built to practice for my National Board's Component 1 test. Here I've got some prompts that are just like hot button prompts for it. I'll show you what's inside of it. It has, let's see, configure. Here's the instructions. I had ChatGPT write the instructions based on my specifications. This is one of these is the National Board standards, and one of these is for component 1, and it has sample problems, and it has like the rubric that they score by. Let me just skip over here. The other day, this is an example. Give me a CTE National Board's practice prompt. Here it is. It gave it to me. And I'm going to let you just pause this to read it. Then I put my answer in, and then it gave me a score of 3. And then it says your response demonstrates clear instructional decision making, etc., etc. Then it says what's missing. I'm just like going through this for the sake of time, and you can pause it and read it if you'd like. Here is my second attempt. It's the same story except just improved. And then he gave me a score of 3 still. It said this shows stronger depth and clarity, but it didn't give me a higher score. There only goes up to 4. And then it said here's what's missing. And we're back. Okay, so now I'm going to, I have one for the Claude project, but for the sake of time, I'm going to skip it because they wanted this video to only be 5 minutes. So I'm going to try to keep it to 5 minutes. So my personal observations were, the prompt from Claude was this, like, think of a time that you had to do something where you had to adapt instruction, okay? Where the ChatGPT prompt was something more like a scenario that it was giving me, the way that so I've been doing them both. The way that the example was in the previous thing where you were like being invited or something like that. So I've been doing them both. They both give good feedback. One of the things I feel like I'm learning in doing this is to talk about my craft. Like basically, I just told a personal story of something I've done in the classroom, and because I wasn't really sure how to explain it, and then it told me how I should explain it. So then I went back and rewrote it, and then it re-rated it. So in general, I think this is going to help me get through my national boards, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video to tell you how it went. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.